Hi everyone, and welcome back to Scrap Edit Creations. I'm Diane, and today we're going to be using the Hey Handsome paper. I have some desk pictures that I've been wanting to scrapbook. I've got my husband in them, which is wonderful, and this Hey Handsome paper is perfect for this layout I want to complete today. So let's get scrapping. So I've wanted to play with the Hey Handsome paper since I got it, and I get to play with it today. I decided to kind of document some of our home repairs, and it was one idea that I've been kind of going back and forth on if I wanted to do a book on it, and I think I do because we've done so much to this house, and showing all the different stages I think would be great. So I have a bunch of pictures, so I'm going to have to use some flip flaps. I've got two right here. But this time, and I've planned these out sort of, mostly, because I want it to overlap in a way that we see our desk. So that is the key here, and that's what I've been trying to do. So, and I've got a little tab here that I created with just a tab die on the Cricut, and then I added the text and had the Cricut write it. Oh goodness, that was a mouthful for me. So this one says version 1. So this desk, when Jason and I decided to kind of combine our office, we created this desk out of two desks. And really we bought it for the legs. So we bought two desks, used the legs to create the one desk, and then Jace covered the top of it with, I want to say plyboard, but I honestly don't remember what kind of board. It was very thin though, probably less than an inch thick. And then he also built a little box that we could put stuff, and he built me a little tray right there. So this is at this house currently, but we also had this desk at our last house. That's where he bought it. But this is a picture I have from when we started kind of working on our office. And I didn't get a picture when everything was set up. I got it as we were taking things apart. And he also built me these shelves, which are absolutely beautiful. They were floating shelves. I loved them. I just needed some more space. So this is version 1. Then I have him, well, this one goes on the back of that, and then this one, and then this one, because this is him building our desk. And then this is when he had finished building the desk, but it wasn't stained. So we've got the stain choices back here. And these pictures right here are of the desk in the last generation. So I do have version 2 here for this one. He's just relaxing. But this was what our desk looked like when we stained it, which was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But then because we used 2x4s, the board started splitting. So you've seen my desk prior to this version, and there were spaces that were getting bigger and bigger. And so we then decided to get the butcher block, which is here. He is prepping the butcher block after he's cut it and put it in place. And then these are the finished the finished desk for this current one. And I've got Diane's side and Jason's side. And then because this page right here is all about version 3, I've got a little tab that says version 3. I did have a few others, because let me grab them right here. Oops, I dropped one. At first I was thinking, oh, I'll just, put a tab on everything. So I've got adding support, building the base, added the top, treating the wood, and the finished base. But I decided I didn't want to use these, but I still like them. I really like that I was able to add these little words on these tabs. I thought that was pretty fun, and I liked how it felt. So these are the papers I've kind of chosen. I've got charcoal as the background, so that one is 8.5 by 11 and 1/4 for me. And then let's see here. I'm going to take this one off because that's part of the flip flap ones. I decided these are the wood letters. Let me grab my box. So this is the wood letters, and they're thin. I started with silver, and decided I didn't care for the silver because I started adding in this rusty orange color, so it's like a paprika. So I switched to the metallic marker, and it wasn't very dark. It worked great, but it wasn't dark enough. So then I pulled out, I've got this all-purpose ink for Fastastix, I think is how it's, but it's bright copper. And so then I just grabbed a little paintbrush and painted these letters, and it stands out a lot more. The other one just, it didn't stand out as much. So I did that. This one says rest and relaxing because he was resting. And so I just kind of planned out a little bit, and I thought these little pieces I had cut off looked kind of cute, and so I flagged pieces. I have 2 pieces of this pewter, and it is the light side of pewter, and one is 5 by I think 10 1/4. Yeah, 10 1/4, and this one is 3 1/2 by 10 1/4. I have 2 pieces of this at 2 inches by 8 1/4, and then I have 2 pieces of this different sizes though. This one is 3 by 9 1/4, and this one over here is 5 by 9 1/4. Okay, so I was trying out a few different papers because I wasn't exactly sure. I love this because I always love plaid, you know, anything with these cross hatches type things or crisscrossy lines. I love them. But I wanted to bring some more color in. Jace looked at it and he's like, yeah, I need some more color. So I tried this piece, and it was just a little too busy with what I have going on since there's so many pictures. I tried this one, and it was even worse. So I went back to this piece, and I liked the feel of this moving across the page, and figured I will just add embellishments with the rusty color. Like I cut this circle from the workshop kit in half. I love this one. I wish that there was paper that had this little speckled. It's really cool. I would try to make it, but that would just be horrible. I would not do a great job. And let's see here. I did color also some of the wood green stars with the copper. I've got some that are black. I tried coloring them in silver as well, and then putting the copper over it. It didn't work. I had to start completely over. But I thought after I get these papers on here, I want to take some of this and kind of flick it around. I don't want to do it after the pictures are on. I want to do it just on all this paper. So my goal right now, first off, is to get the paper down. So let's grab my T-square because I know I'm going to need that. And I've got the stickers. Oops, let's move this down. Actually, let's move this over. I'm still of the notion that I have holes in my desk, so I tend to not put things down on the desk because I'm always afraid it's going to go through. And now it won't because the butcher block is so nice. So this one, I think I can kind of, start this one at 1/2 inch. Okay, I'm going to push this down and not push this down. And then this one, I want to butt up against it. I'm not sure I can use I can use it this way. This will be better. Okay, so let's kind of just center it and make sure that it's even. Okay, there we go. And then this one, I'm going to slide slightly under this paper. Oh, and look at the back of this. It's beautiful. It's just a beautiful, kind of a pine look. I think it's pine paper with cursive writing all over it. That's just pretty. I don't know. It's really a pretty paper. Okay, so now I'm going to see here. Kind of center that, and that is not right. Or I cut it crooked. It could be a little of both. Let's put it out a little bit more. Yeah, that'll work. It'll work. It's a little higher on the top, so I'll just have to remember that when we're over here. And so we'll just kind of repeat that. And then I will pull these off and get that paper out so we can splatter a little bit. And then we will have to let it kind of chill down. Oh, this can't. This one all has to go under. Okay. And I cut this paper, this, it almost looks kind of like tire lines, but I cut that with the intent of having it go this way, because you could go, you know, of course, either way. Let's see, I started this at about 1 inch. Okay. That looks about right. I don't have to be too perfect because it won't be right next to each other, but I would like it to, you know, kind of match. This one came down 3, so we'll just count 3 on that. And we're showing 3, 1, 2, 3. So maybe we'll show 4 over here. Yeah, that works. Okay, all my technical terms. Okay, so let's grab the mat. I love this mat. It kind of stickies together too, which is nice. Okay, and I'm going to grab this one off as well, so I can set that aside. And I'm going to put this one up here. Come on, scope it down that way. There we go. So now I've got that covered, and I am missing one of my pieces, but this will help there. Okay, should be able to do this. And it's kind of the same concept of, you know, the ink, doing it with the ink. This stuff is a little wet in comparison to ink. I just kind of want it a little, I want some down in here too. There we go, some drops. This will take a little longer to dry though. So I will pause it and let it dry after I get these splattered. Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. But there's a picture that goes there. I should probably not be using my finger. And I have a little bruise over here from flicking it. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Maybe one more little flick over here. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think I like that. So I'm going to pause the video and then we will be right back when this is dry. Silly me realized that while that's drying, I could be working on the flip-flop pieces. So I pulled these out real quick and I'm going to just kind of work on them individually. Okay, so this paper, it's kind of a, looks like woven. It's like black woven. The backside is a really nice stripe. It was just a little too busy for the pictures, I felt, but I really liked the woven piece of that, and I felt I needed to use this one because I thought it was so cute. I like this little star. I probably shouldn't be saying cute with "Hey Handsome" paper, but I did really like this this little border. So I've got this picture on here. I think I shared kind of. So this was early on in the process. I guess this will be the first picture of the new desk. Jace had built this section. It was not attached to the wall, and we pulled this outside. Sorry, I keep moving this way. And then I painted it outside because it was a huge area. So, oh, I don't like that that's crooked. I cut this. This was from the workshop. I just cut the end off. I think it had a I don't see it now, so it's not in front of me. I had just like an arrow looking thing, but I liked this pointed part, and so I wanted that. Let me grab my adhesive, and I'm going to put these little, oh, here's the, I've got glue on it now, but that's the difference in the copper. This one is much brighter, which is, I wanted it to stand out. I wanted you to be able to see it, not be like, oh, there's, you know, an attempt at copper on here. So let's see, that looks pretty good. Okay, so there's one of them done. And that, I'll put the magnets in later, as I will have to magnet this one. So this one's going to go this way. I also tried out one of the larger wood pieces with it, and it does color it beautifully. It's just too thick for flip-flaps. Okay, let's finish this first one. I didn't add a lot of paper to this one because this picture is quite big, and I wanted it to be the focal point because this was, oh shoot, what our desk looked like. That's right, I need to put this little guy on first. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Okay, let's just put this up here. There we go. And then this one. Okay. And then I also wanted the hour. Let's put this in the center. I love that I can color these letters. I hope someday, or maybe in the next catalog, it'd be nice, that they come out with just the white, or, you know, colorable, if that's a word, I think that's a word, letters. I know that we have like the irresistibles, but they have a texture to them. I would like it if we had this size with this thin one like I'm using today, and it was, let's see, where does this, how does this one go? Like that. The thin end, we could color it however we wanted, or leave it white. I mean, white's a good color too. Oh goodness, I moved it. And I want to balance these out with the black, because I don't want too much coppery color, but I want enough. And I have a little black star here. I know, all these little embellishments I'm using on these. Okay. Yeah. And then the glue. Glue's everywhere. Okay. So now I'll be able to tell, like, kind of where this will kind of end up. Let's do this one next. It's kind of nice the ones that you won't see, because those I can like really decorate or have fun with. The ones that you do see from the top, I have to be really careful with. So I want to go in just a smidge. And we started that at the 1 inch. And over here, I know that it's not technically 1 inch. I've just kind of got this on here. Let's see here. So let's start this one at the 1 inch as well. That looks good. And this is a, so these are 1 inch by, I'm gonna say, by 3, because it is a 4x3 picture my life card. I know the words are not coming. I'm so sorry. I feel bad when I do that, because I'm just like, yeah, I have no words. So I'll start talking in pronouns. And then I have this little flagged piece. These are from the workshop kit as well. I really do like that paper. And I thought 2 of those looked nice. And then I have a star, a little copper star. Okay, so that is the back side of this one. So that goes this way. Okay. Is that picture on Cricut? That picture is on Cricut. Oh my Lord. Oh goodness gracious. What the heck? I am seeing Cricut today. Much better. Okay. And I really do like how we've got just a little bit in here. And we can add stickers too on the top or on the side. I don't know. I haven't decided stickers yet. That was a lot for me just to get to this stage. Okay, so I'm going to kind of just, oops, got it glue on me. Brush this off, and let's put this right here. So 6 is the center. So we're going to put the word desk. That's the only thing I could come up with. I asked Jace if he had any better titles, and he's like, that one works. So I was like, okay, I'll just go with it. And I have so many pictures of all the projects, so I'll have to start doing some of those so you guys can see some of the fun projects my husband's done. Like the fireplace he built me is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Because we don't have a fireplace here. We have, now we do. It is electric because they wanted an arm and a leg and everything else, like your firstborn, pretty much, to get gas put over there. And I just had somebody tell me that they wanted gas too, and they got a quote, and they about died. So apparently I wasn't the only one that got a wild quote on gas. I was really sad though when I did get that quote. Okay, I wanted this at the bottom. This is one that I could have probably cut out a bunch of that. I didn't even think about it. Whoops. But I liked how that felt. It was just one of those things I was like, oh, I like that because I can decorate here and then I still have the title part there. And it fits nicely into the flip-flop. Okay, so on the page, we'll have it look like that, our desk. So now I just got to put together this one. Okay, so we've got the original that we started with. We've got the base. We've got the base after I've painted it, and Jason is building the structure. We've got the supports right here for the tabletop. And then the next one here is with the tabletop on it. And yeah, I cut this down a 1/4 of an inch. I cut an 1/8 of an inch all around so that it was centered because we've got these bits here. And of course did not put adhesive. So let's put some adhesive. Get that going. And there. Okay, so I'm going to lightly put this one down. I really liked how speckled this was, but you've got this little bit. And this piece right here that says version 2 kind of gets lost. Just kind of blends in, so that's why I decided to use one of these. I think it's from Project 2. It's one of the circles. And I thought that kind of brought out a nice color on there. I apparently did not put adhesive on much. Okay. And let's put this down. I am anchoring those down, but I thought that did a really good job of pulling where you could see the version 2. And so, of course, this would be at the bottom. So there I've got all the versions of this, or all the process of that first change up of the desk right there. Okay. And let's check those other pages. Got my, I'll need that again, but I'll keep it over there. Grab those, and then we can see if they are dry. Okay, how are we doing, little one? Ah, not dry, not dry, not dry. Abort, abort, abort. Actually, a picture will go over that, so we're good. Okay, so I used the heat tool a little bit. It's not perfect, but we can work with it. We can work with this. Okay, so I'm going to grab these and let's work on this side because more of the drama is going to get covered up. And we've got these pieces. And this one, of course, does not have adhesive. Goodness. I should put $1 in a jar every time I don't have adhesive on something. That might teach me a lesson. Okay, so we've got this piece. So that one's going to go here, and this one's going to go here. I kind of liked them offset going kind of across the page. That was one of the things that felt good to me, was kind of doing that. Also, I cut this one accidentally smaller, and I did not reprint it. So, okay, so I'm going to put this one down first. If I can get the thing off my hand. Yeah, there it goes. And I want to put it about right there. That looks pretty good. Okay. And then the next one, I want to see desk. Okay, so we need to make sure that that's about 1/4 inch from the edge. So I'm going to have to do multiple things while I put this one down. Okay, let's see here. So about 1/4 inch, and I want them to line up. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And then we'll put this little guy down. Okay, we've got that. Let's make sure that that's all covered. Yep. Okay, so there's our little booklet of the desk process. And then we can put these guys on. I'm really glad that we have flip flaps to use because it is saving my hide on this. This would be one of those layouts back in the olden days. I would have had like 4 pages, it seems like. Probably would have done every picture too, because, you know, that's what we did. Some scissors, because I don't need this to be as long as it is. And you know what? I moved them this way more, so maybe I'll do this over here. Okay, I like that. And I do like this rest and relaxing on here for Jace because he's resting after a big long ordeal with building a desk. This one really was a lot of work to get to this point. Okay, now we've got this. I think I just like it with the 2. So let's leave that and let's put some stars on here. And keeping it simple. It's a little more difficult for me sometimes because masculine ones you don't want to put like bling and stuff on. Because that's, you know, kind of a go-to. This one I will not be putting bling on it. I'm just putting these little copper stars. And then the copper dots. I think that that's plenty. Rest and relaxation. Here's a bigger one. And then one little one over here. And I think I want to put one here. I might want more, but for right now, that will do. I'll put the pin in. Okay, now this other side, I'm going to build at the bottom first because I know I want those kind of going right across this page. That copper goes everywhere. It's really cool though. What I also like is seeing how I had this organized at this point and seeing how this is pretty similar, except I have more pens. Because I had almost all the pins here. I have all of the Copic pins here. And the fact that it's not changed much. So that tells me that this has really worked for me. Because, you know, when you change things, that means, of course, that it's not working for your situation. But the only thing I really can notice here is that I still have the washi tape up top. And I know that this jar was over in my closet, and I moved this into here. So I'm pretty happy that this has stayed pretty consistent with how I had kind of envisioned it in the first place. So that I have I've utilized my space well. And I like feeling that way. Oh, I need to put this little guy in. And this one I wanted up here. I added some extra adhesive because when I use the heat tool, it kind of bubbled up a little bit. And then, let's see here, I kind of got to do this at the same time. And I did these smaller because I didn't need them as big, even though I tried every time I had Jason in a picture to try and keep it a little bigger. I felt that those little were fine on this layout. And then, of course, I forgot to put these little guys on here. So here's Jason's side. And here is Diane's side. Okay, I lowered that a smidge, which is also fine. I'm going to trim this up. Because I want a little bit on here, not a lot. I could go in a little further. And then I have that other side for later. This black one I'm not as concerned with. It's easy to make a black one. Not as easy to do these patterned ones. Okay. Now we've got, oh, I didn't put any black over on this side. Let's put one black star down here maybe. I might add another one. Yeah. Okay, I do have black stars up in there, so that's good. Okay, we've got a little copper star. Not loving that. Let's put it up here. Kind of wipe that glue off. A black star. And then a bunch of little copper ones. So if you don't have something like this copper paint would probably work too. The copper pens, the Spectrum or metallic paint markers, they do work really well. I just needed it a little brighter because I was using such a dark background. But I will say in a pinch, I would have used the other and just sucked it up. Okay. I think that is all of the little stars that I have. Let me look around my table. These are the ones I'm not using. These are the ones I'm using, so let's put a couple more little black ones. Yeah, I like that. Very star-filled. But a tiny one. Okay, I'm liking it. Put that away, and put this away. And I didn't use any stickers. Let's see if we're going to use some stickers. Forgot about them, actually. Oh, this one, I had kind of thought something like that. I do like that. It's bringing that orange in. And okay, a little more orange. I'm liking it. Let's see what else we've got. I like this black one, but it might be too much black. Let's see. Oh, I kind of like that there. We'll have to do a couple more of those. Well, that is there now. Let me see if I can pull this one up. Tear this a little so that it's more washi tape-esque. I'm liking that. I've pulled in this green a little bit too, which I do like that green. I have issues with green. It's one of my favorites. Okay, liking that. But that also means that I think I should put this one on the top. And I need to kind of tear it. Not a lot. Just a little. Okay. Oh, very fun. I do like that. Very happy with that. Anything else? Oh, put that on that one. Oh, that's a pretty one too. There's an area there I could add some journaling. That'll be a great space for journaling right there. Yeah, I like that. And then I also could put a strip up here if I want to. And I don't right now, so will not. I wish that this awesome was on this orange one. I would totally use that, but I don't need something with a compass on it right now, but I do like the awesome. Oh, I like that. Yep. Let's grab some pop tape out of my drawer. I have copper everywhere. It's everywhere. Oh, I like that. That looks good. Okay. Anything else that I can see? I think it's pretty busy. So I think I need to kind of back off of doing too much more. I might put that on there when I put the journaling piece there and put this little bit on top of it. I really like the feel of that plaid right there. It's really nice. Okay, I'm just going to call this one done for right now. So let's look it over and you tell me what you think. So we've got that, and then I'll open these back up for the versions of the desk. Very excited about having this documented. And then here. And I've added a little bit of green here and here. That's pretty much it. Well, there's some green in the pictures, so we'll count that too. Okay, you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and play today. Please like and subscribe if you would like to see more of my videos. Leave a comment and have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.